morning, Mr. Ashe. You are the president of the 68th General Assembly. You have a background as a bioengineer. You're involved a lot in environment and climate change issues, and this is an asset to promote sustainable development. What are you expecting to achieve during this year?
Well, good day, and thank you very much. As you know, as President of the General Assembly, I have announced a theme for my presidency. And that theme is the post-2015 development agenda, setting the stage. The goal, I hope, is simply to prepare member states for the eventual rollout of a development agenda that would succeed the Millennium Development Goals.
And how are you planning to relate this to your background and to your very rich experience in environment, climate change?
Well, I was hoping to take a fresher perspective, but in terms of background, of course, one has to draw on that. And being a bioengineer by training, I would imagine that I would draw upon that particular academic background.
Sustainable development and future generations are closely linked. How could you use this to improve the engagement of member states to more political commitment towards the Sustainable Development Goals?
Well, we are currently, the member states themselves are currently working towards a set of Sustainable Development Goals. I would hope that the events that I have identified will contribute to that process.
Your theme is setting the stage, and we also setting the stage when we are preparing for a show or a concert or something like that. What can we expect from this stage? What can we expect to happen on this stage?
Well, what I hope is that we would have, by the end of the 68th session, we would have identified a broad set of parameters that member states can agree on, which will be integral to any post-2015 development agenda, hence setting the stage. The idea is to identify what are the essential parts of a post-2015 development agenda, and then allow my successors to further develop them.
In your statement of acceptance, you mention a need to reform all organs of the UN, including the Economic and Social Council. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, in the case of the latter, that exercise is now complete, thankfully. Member states will, within the next 24 hours or so, adopt a resolution that will reform the Economic and Social Council.
You are the first president of the General Assembly to have his own Facebook page, and you're also on Twitter. Why is it important for you to open a window of the General Assembly to the public?
Well, I think ultimately we are all here to serve our respective national populations, and wherever and whenever possible, we should indeed have some sort of outreach to them and allow them to interact with us. That's what's happened with national parliaments and with our national leaders, so that I don't think the UN should be any different. Hence the outreach to the widest possible audience.
Mr. Ashe, you have only 1 year ahead of you and a lot of goals you want to achieve. What would you like to be able to say next August in front of this camera?
Well, by next September, when my term ends, I would hope that I would have indeed set the stage for the post-2015 development agenda. That is my singular goal.
And the last question, what would be an ideal world for you?
One in which we have achieved sustainable development. That would be the ideal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ashe, for answering our questions for DESA News.
You're welcome.